All right, guys. So now that we've sorted out the signs for the stealth takedown, what we'll need to do now is get our weapon pickup and drop system implemented. So here we go. What we'll do is we'll actually use this free FPS weapon bundle on the marketplace. So just search FPS weapon bundle, and then it's completely free. Showing up here, no compatible user projects found. Click on show all projects, and then says not compatible, but use 4.27, it will be fine. I'll add that to my project, and then I'll just go to my project, and there's it there. All right, so it's in here now. I've got some guns. Happy days. Right, we'll get into this. So I want you to first of all go into your input folder and go into actions. All right, and then I want you to right click, go to input, go to input action, and we'll call this IA underscore interact. All right. And then just leave it as is. You can duplicate it, and then we want IA underscore drop, and then we'll duplicate it again, and we'll call this IA underscore slot 1, and then just duplicate that, and it will go IA underscore slot 2. Now, you can have as many slots as you want for your inventory, okay? I'm probably going to have 4. But just for now, I'm just going to sort 2 out. All right, just 2 for this, for the rifle and a small gun. Okay. So I've done that. I'll go back into my input folder and go to the input mapping context default. All right, and we'll give it some buttons here. Okay. So we already have these 3 by default. So what do I need? I need another 4. 1, 2. Oh, what happened here? 1. Oh, okay, 1 second. All right, so we'll just do this one first of all. So IA interact, just click on the keyboard. I use E to interact. That's that one done. Then I'll add another, and it'll be my drop. And I'll just use Q, like to drop it. And then I'll add another mapping for my slot 1. Now I will be turning all this over to the controller at the end of this whole series, but for now we're going to be using PC. So slot 1, I'll use the number 1 key. And then I need another one for slot 2. Slot dos. Cool. There it is. Cool. Done that. Brilliant. So we'll click save. And that's that part done. All right. So just close that. We're probably not going to need it anymore. It should be all perfect. Minimize this. Go to the content browser. Right click. Create a new folder. And the new folder is going to be called weapons. All right. And in here, we're going to create a few different blueprint classes. So first of all, we're going to right click, go blueprint class, select actor. I'm going to call this master underscore item. And then double click and open it up. And we're just going to set a few bits up here. Okay, just a little bit for now. All right. So first of all, we'll add what's called a sphere collision. I'm just going to call this interact or interaction collision. All right. And then what I want you to do is just tick off it and then press add again. And we'll add a static mesh and we'll call it SM underscore item. Okay. And then the item, the static mesh is going to be an AR4. Oh, static SMAR4. Cool. All right. So we'll probably want to make this sphere bigger as well. So just press R. What's happening here? There we go. Just so it fits the whole gun. There we go. Click back on the mesh of the gun, all right? And we're going to rotate this because we want it to fall like so. Go over on the right hand side, tick simulate physics, and then also it's a physics actor, all right, in the collision presets. But with physics as actor selected, then click on custom. And where it says pawn, tick overlap, all right. And then we can compile this for now. We'll be coming back in here to do some scripting. Um, don't really need to do anything right now until we add the inventory. So let's minimize that. We've got this. We'll right click and we'll go to blueprint and we'll create a blueprint interface and we'll call it BPI underscore inventory. And we'll double click and open this up. All right. And our function, we're going to call it add to inventory. Okay. And then it'd be best I come back here actually. My apologies, guys. So I'll just compile that for now. We need to add some inputs and outputs, but we haven't created our S items yet. So let's do our e-states first. So right click, go blueprint, go enumeration. I'll just call it E underscore states. Open it up. We're going to add 3 enumerators. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to name them. So unarmed. One is when we have our rifle. And the other is when we have. So the machine guns is called SMG, so small machine gun. But, you know, they usually use in like a Glock or kind of like a revolver in the actual game, you know? But I'll just call it SMG. Instead of small machine gun, we'll just pretend it's called small gun. All right. Oh, okay. Click save. And that's that bit done. Cool. So we'll come back to these dates is done. As I said, we'll come back to the BPI inventory. We need to create a structure. Okay, so right click, blueprint, structure. I'll just call it S for structure underscore items. And in here we will create a list. So we need 5 variables. There's already one there. So click this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Right, the first one's going to just be called name. And the variable type is just name. Like so. And then the next variable is going to be called class. And that's going to be the master item that we've created. Okay, so go to master item. And then we want it to be a class reference, so the purple one. Okay. And then the next one's going to be item. That's going to be a skeletal mesh variable. So skeletal mesh. And then the next one's going to be E underscore state. And that's going to be our E state. Okay. And then the last one's going to be socket name. And that's just going to be name. Cool. Brilliant. All right. Well, now that we've done that, we can go back into the BBI inventory. Okay. And we are going to create an input. And we're going to call it S items. And the Boolean type, or sorry, the variable type is going to be called S items. And the output we can just call success. So I'll just leave it as a Boolean because then we know if we've picked it up or not. Okay. So cool. We can save that and compile it and save it. Yeah. You can close that. We're going to implement that into our third person character later on. We need to do some work now on our master item. Okay. So just forget about these 3. Right click on the interact collision, add event on component begin overlap. Right click again. You're going to need one for on component end overlap. All right. So on the begin overlap, we want to right click on other actor and promote it to a variable. Okay. And then we want to come off the other actor with an equals. And from here, you want to get player character like so. All right. And then this will actually create what's called a branch. Cool. All right, so we have these three, and then what we'll need to do is if it's true, we need to enable input. And then from the player controller, just get player controller. Like so. Now that we've done that, we can actually just shift select these four, duplicate it, and bring it, and bring it, oops, and bring it down like so, and join this one up to here, join the other actor into the equals, and then from the true, we want to disable input this time. All right, join it up to player controller, pile, save, and that's a little bit for now. All right, one, sorry, just need to sneeze. I want to pause this. All right, so we've already created our inputs. Okay, so what we can do down here as well. First of all, we need to create another variable. Sorry. So call this s underscore items. Go to the boolean and make it s items variable type. All right. Let's press compile there so we have it. And we'll also get our IA interact to the very top. Okay. Now I want you to come off started and get your add to inventory. Okay. And then the target's going to be other actor and the S item's going to be S items. Then we'll just come off if it's successful condition, so it's a branch. And then we obviously want it to be destroyed so then we can no longer see it. Right? Destroy actor. Like so. Okay, cool. All right, so we've done that now. All right, we're making good progress. We'll go into our third person character. Now, we need to implement the interface that we created. So if you go to class settings and then go down on the right hand side, implemented interfaces, you'll find BPI inventory. Click on that, press save, pilot, whatever. And then you'll see now in interfaces we have add to inventory. So double click, open that up, and we are now going to create a line of code here for the inventory so it will work. Actually, before we start doing this, we need to make a child of the master item. So right click on master item, create child blueprint class, and just call it item, oh, item underscore rifle. We'll be doing one for the small gun as well, but just for the rifle for now. You can open this up, and then if you have the self clicked on here, you can see S items. Change the name to rifle. The item class will be item rifle. The item will be the SKAR4. SKAR4. The state will be rifle, and the socket name will be rifle as well. Make sure you spell it like this, yeah. Press compile, and then we can go now back into our third person. Okay, so we need to create two variables for the moment. So variables, will start off by creating a inventory, and we want that to be an array of S items. So variable type S items, and then we'll change it to an array. All right, so we got that. We'll also need to create an integer. We'll call this count and just make it a integer. Make sure it's not an array, it's a single. Okay, cool. All right, so what we'll do is we'll come off the add to inventory and we'll set count. Then we'll grab our inventory and we will get a for each loop with break like so. And then we will come off the array element and we'll break S items. And then from the class, we'll get an equals. And then from here, we need a branch like so. Make sure you join the loop body up as well. Smooth this over a bit more, sorry. And then we want to set array elements. The target array is going to be our inventory. This item here will go all the way back to S items. So let me just reroute that so we can see what's what. Okay. And the index is going to be the array index as well. Okay, so then what we'll do is make sure I'm still recording here. Yeah, cool. All right, we'll bring this all the way back to the break, and I'll rewrote that as well. All right, and then we also want to get a reference from our count, and we want to get an equals. Now the maximum slots I have is 2. This will be changed later on, but just for now, so we can understand what we're doing with the 2 guns, this works. We'll get a branch. We'll come off with completed. We'll get our success node, our return node, sorry. Yeah, we'll success duplicate it. If it's true, and then if it's false, make sure you tick it. All right. And then also in here, we'll need to get the count, and then we'll need to increment it. So plus plus, and just plug the false into here. All right. And that's that for now. When we create a current item and current index, this will make sense later on. We will add more onto this. Okay. Cool. So now we need to create a new function, and we're going to call this get inventory item. And we need to create an input, just index, make sure it's an integer, okay. Index, and we'll create an integer. Okay, all right. So I'll get my inventory. I'm gonna get a for each loop, like so. And then we'll want to come off here with a branch. And then off the array index, we'll need an equals. And we'll also need to plug this back into the index as well. All right. Cool. We'll need to create just click on the mesh, all right, and then add a new component, skeletal mesh. We'll just call it item. All right, cool. And we'll also need to come off the array element here, and we'll need to break S items, like so. And then what we'll have to do is get a reference to our item, and then we will set skeletal mesh asset. Item will go into new mesh. This needs plugged into here, of course. And then if we get an e-state and we promote it to a variable, just keep the same name e-state, it's fine. And then if we come off with our item again, oh, we need to rename that properly. Item. And we'll need to attach component to component. The parent will be our mesh. All right, let me just check our go to viewport. If I click on item, should be 0, 0, 0. That's good. All right, cool. So where were we? All right. And then socket name will get plugged into here as well. All right. Keep all these the same. That's completely fine. And then we'll just come off here with the return node. Oh. And then we need to get our index. So, sorry, our array element, plug it in here. And we'll just call this current index. Sorry, current item. My apologies. Okay. And then let's just reroute that so we see what's what. And then from the index, we bring it all the way to the return node as well. And we're going to call this one current index. That's neat. Cool. I'll also reroute that just so it's not as confusing. Oh dear. Okay. Compile, Control Shift S. Oh, bless me. Cool. Right. Now we have those. We need to create some variables. So in the event graph, all right, we will get our IA slot 1 and we'll get our IA slot 2. Okay. Right. So off the started, I want to get my inventory item like this. And then I want to right click and promote this to a variable. And I want to also do the same with the current index and join them up like so. All right. And I can just duplicate these, bring them down, join them into slot 2 as well. Okay. And that's that bit for now. All right. Now because I've created these variables, all right, I can actually, I mean, I wonder if I just copy them. And if I go back into my add to inventory, so I'm just going to break this. Okay. And yeah, I can paste them in, which is great. Join these up like so. And then bring this one all the way to the end here. And just one more thing. I've got to get my current index and join it up here like so. All right. All right. So that's all I was doing is adding these three onto the end. That's it, finished now. So that's compiled. All right. We've got that in there. We've done what we needed to do so far. So we get the inventory item. We have add inventory. So yeah. So new function we're going to create is drop item. And before we actually start this function, we'll go to the viewport here. Let's click on the mesh. All right, and we'll add a scene. And we'll call it drop position. And I'm just gonna move it a little bit. So drop position. Jesus, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna somewhere around here is fine. Okay, so we have it now. We can call this when we need it. So go back into drop item. All right, we need to um, create an input. Just gonna call it item, and it'll be a variable type of s items. Wait, what? S items. There we go. Cool. All right. So now that we have that, we're going to come off the item with a break. And then the class is going to be, we're going to spawn the actor. Like so. And then we're going to get a reference to our drop position. And we're going to get the world transform. So grab this. World transform. So we want to get the world transform, not set. Get world transform. There it is. And join it up here like so. Right, and then from here we want to set array elements. Target array is our inventory. Oh, and current index is our index. All right, and then we'll want to get our reference from our item, and we'll want to set skeletal mesh asset like so. Just leave this blank. Okay, it's fine. And then from here we want to set the current item, and then we want to set our e state. and we want to leave it unarmed because we've dropped the weapon now, so we go back into the um unarmed state. This will be matched up to animation blueprints later on, which will make more sense. So now what we'll do is we'll go back into our event graph and we'll get our IA drop, and we'll just come off here with our drop item. It's just going to be the current item in here. All right. Okay. Now I just want to check master item. Everything's fine. Let's test it out, guys. All right. Might have to make this rifle a bit bigger, but we'll see. Let's play. All right. Run over. Press E. Okay, so it's not picking it up. So something's missing, but that's fine. I'll fix it. Bear with me. So yeah, if you just look here in master item, join the other actor up here like so. Press compile. Cool. So let's test it out. Um so I've literally just put my item rifle in here. Okay. So if I press play, I go there, I press E. See, I pick it up, it's just stuck to my mesh. Alright. I press Q, I drop it. It's dropped. Alright. So what we need to do is we need to set up the animations now. Okay, so I'll go into Joel. I'll go into my anims. I'm just going to get my animations from the folder. As I said, the link will be in the description. Just need these four to make sure they're attached to Joel, of course. And then we will Control Shift S so don't crash. I'm getting a few crashes lately. Right click, we'll go to animation, we'll go to legacy, we'll create a blend space. We'll call this ABS underscore Joel Rifle. And then we will duplicate this, duplicate, and we'll call this one Rifle Crouch. Okay, so let's create them. So open up Joe Rifle, or Joel Rifle, call them Joe. Speed, 500, and then get the, where is it? Rifle idle. And I don't need a walk. I mean, I could put a walk in here, but I didn't download it, so I'm just gonna put my rifle run. I'm happy enough with that. It's fine. Um, what I'll do is though, the if I just press, where is it? Smoothing time. If I just change that to like 0. I don't know, 3, it'll smooth a bit. It'll not go so quick. Hopefully. Anyway, we'll see. All right. So I've done that. Now I get my crouching. Speed again. 300. And then I'll get my, let's see, it's a rifle. Oh, no, don't want that one. Delete that. Oh, delete. I want my kneel idle. And then, is that a backwards run? Okay, so I have the wrong run in, but that's easy to fix. So where is it? Backwards run. So he's going backwards. But all I have to do, there's something, something I can't remember. Sorry, guys. I just need to change something to -1. Is it this one? And now he's going forward. Is he? Looks like he is. Let me see. It's going backwards. Now he's going forwards. Yeah, so just change the rate scale to -1. Should work. We'll soon find out. That's a schoolboy error on my part, but should be fine. Now we created these. Let's go into the animation blueprint. Go to the event graph first, okay? We are going to get our variable, third person character, and then we want to get our e state. Oh, sorry. So get e state, then right click, promote to a variable. You can keep the same name, it's fine. And then compile it. Go into the movement. We'll come off here. We'll add a state, and we'll just call it rifle. And we'll open it up, and then we're going to get our rifle crouch, and we're going to get our just our standard rifle. Okay. We can get our speed, plug it into the both speeds, and then we can come off here with pose by bool. So blend poses by bool, join them up like so. And the active value is going to be can crouch because that's the crouching variable we already created. So cool. All right, now we're going to have errors. We need to do our transitioning, okay? So if we go back in here, go to transitional rule. Now what I can do is I can get my e state, come off here with an equal to enum. Basically we are unarmed, so we want to change this one to a rifle and join it up. And then if I go back, I'll do an arrow going back to locomotion, and I just want to get my e state again, and I want to get an equal enum, and I want to change this one, yeah, to unarmed because I'm going back to unarmed into my locomotion state. So I press compile, and then if I press play, let's go pick this up. See now, the rifle isn't attached to any socket yet, but we're in our rifle mode. If I press C, we'll go into our rifle crouch, but okay, right, okay. I'm gonna have to get a different animation. I'll completely mess that one up. Sorry, guys. So your animation will be in here for you. I just need to pause this and get the animation. Sorry. Cool. Yeah, I'll put the right animation in the list so you won't have this issue. Sorry about that, guys. Just me being a half sleeping, I guess. Okay, so I got my actual crouch. Which one is it? Where is it? Crouch. This one. Okay, so I'm gonna just rename it. F2. Crouch rifle walk. So I know. And I'll go back into my blend space and I'll fix that one. So delete. And I called it. So this one. Let's see. Okay. Doesn't seem to crouch rifle walk. Okay. Delete. Crouch rifle walk. The Unreal doesn't seem to like these animations. But anyway, it definitely works. So I'll save it. And then let's press play. Test it out. Yeah, cool. So it works. All right. So I got my walk. It's really good, actually. It's quite a nice transition. So that 0.3 guess was pretty good. Um, there as well. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's pretty good. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we have these in here now. What we'll need to do is snap the rifle to the right hand. All right. So let's go to the mesh of Joel. We need the skeleton. Click on the right hand, right click, add a socket, rename it as well. F2. So rename it like this, rifle. And then we can right click, add a preview asset, um, AR4, and let's add the skeletal mesh. Where is it? There's there. Okay, now for some reason I can't see it in here, and maybe you guys know why. I don't. I've actually no idea.
and I got a lot to do, so I'm just going to do it this way. All right. Um, and it's not too hard to do. So I'm obviously in Pi. I'm going to go into my selected viewport this time. I'm going to pick this up. All right. And I'm going to press F8. And also from in here, this window, I need to preview my animation. So rifle idle. And then what I can do is I can just do this in real time. All right. I'm going to pause it actually as well. Oh, that didn't help. Rifle. And now I can just flip this. Oh, I can just flip this around. Let's see. Let's get in here and see what's going on. Play around with it, guys. I mean, that's not bad. We're getting there. It's not the best of assets and animations, obviously, but it's free. So it's what we have to work with. And it works. I mean, I'll take that for now. All right. I'm going to change the animation now to preview animation, and we want the rifle run. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is jump back in here and press F8, and I'm going to run, and that's terrible. So I'll press F8. I mean, that did. Oh, that was silly. Okay, so um, I don't know why I can't preview it in here. I don't know. It must be something silly, and I really just at least I'm having fun, eh? Um, let's pick this up. All right, so I guess I'll just gonna have to do it, jump in and jump out. So wait, let's jump back in. F8. When I run, it's so far off the map, it's terrible. Okay, so F8, and I would say that let's get it like here, something like this. Yeah. Let's press E, and I think I need to come over here a bit, and then let's jump in, F8. Okay, that's much better. Oh, wow. Okay. No, that'll do. I'll take that. Sure. I mean, his hand's all bent, but that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Right. I'll press F8. And now I need to sort the crouch out. Okay. So preview animation and crouch idle. Which one is this one? Where is he? Okay, so that's not that crouch. Oh, excuse me. Um, oh, it's Neil, isn't it? It's like Neil, because the way it was named in Mixamo. That's fine. All right. Let's get it like in here. Cool. And then let's go back in here. F8. I'm gonna press C. I mean, oh no, that's terrible. Okay. So I'll press F8. And let's just, there. All right, cool. And then we'll go back in here and we want the rifle crouch, walk. Yeah, this one. And let's just jump in here, F8, and oh, it's just a little tiny bit. F8, and just maybe if I just this way, tiny touch, and then if I go F8, okay, I can work with that. I mean, that's fine. All right, cool. So press C to toggle. Let's see what we're like. Oh, it's a bit off here, you know. So it's a little bit tricky with these animations, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Because look at the way his hand's bending from Mixamo. It's not great, is it? I might actually do an episode and remap this to UE4 skeleton or UE5 skeleton and use the animation starter pack. Hmm. But we've done so much work now. But we are getting there. Let's see. F8. Just a little tiny touch. Let's see, F8. No, that like it just doesn't look good at all. F8. Maybe I just go completely like this. So it's all trial and error. I mean, he's holding the rifle. He's not holding it straight though. No, he's really not bending his arms like crazy. Or maybe, let's have a little look, guys. Maybe I should have moved this socket down, you know? So we'll save this, close it. Maybe that's the issue. So I'll open up skeleton. Yeah, I'll click on my rifle. I mean, it's already in there. Maybe let's put it down here a bit. Save. See what it looks like in the game. Ah, yeah, that's terrible. So this is pretty good. That's good. That's really good. So, oh no, no, no. Well, let's play it again. Pick it up. E. It's more the walk. It's very twisted. Look at how his arms break. Oh, it's not good. That's the Mixamo for you guys. That's Mixamo. All right, so F8. And let's see what I can do here. Rifle. Rifle idle. And let's mess around with this. Let's pause it. Rifle. You here all day. All right. It's not the best, but we are making the prototype so far. We can come back. Maybe I have to see. That's what I hate. Look at that. That's so bad. Right. Wait. So it needs to go over to the left. We. Oh, oh. Yeah, no. F8. All right. F8. Uh, oh. Yeah, he's not really liking that at all, is he? So I think we gotta really tidy this up. Don't want to spend too much time in this, guys. Obviously, I've dragged it out already. So it does need to go. Uh, you're gonna see it more like this, and that's terrible. See? So F8. needed to come more like this, and I needed to go way out. Yeah, maybe he can just rest it on his forearm. Okay, that's better. I'll take that. But now the crouch is going to be messed up. Okay, he's resting on his arm. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, I mean, if I could get a little bit slight, these are these mixable animations, bro, but it's free, so I can't really complain. All right, let's do it that way. See? Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, guys. Have a play around with those. You can adjust the arm space and stuff and mix them all. I'm not gonna. That'll do me. I'm gonna save that. Okay. Now, what I also want to do is go into my Fedra. Okay. So I'm gonna delete this one. Let's Control Shift S, save the work so it doesn't crash. We want to go into our Fedra blueprint and spawn the gun when he dies. All right. So oh, having a little bit of a. There we go. All right. Where's Phaedra? Am I blind? Enemies. Phaedra. Let me open up the blueprint for Phaedra. It's really easy what you have to do here, okay? I mean, I already have it in here, but I'm just going to delete it for now. All right. All you got to do is when the Phaedra guy dies, you just want to spawn actor from class. Get the So this will be he's holding a rifle. Some will have just a gun, but it all depends. Right click this, split the structure pin, and get actor location. Or yeah, get actor location. And that's it. I'll press compile, and let's see everything that we have from these. Oh, of course. Yeah, cool. All right, so I can do my crouch like we have, etc. All right. We've set that up. Now we gotta press. I think I need to turn off collision test, but press T to stealth kill. Ooh. Now we'll see now. Cool. So collision test turned off. Cool. There's the gun. I'm gonna pick it up. E. And now I have it. I can go into my crouch as well. I can also throw it away. I go back into my normal state. Pick it up again in crouch. Um, Standing. I throw it down. Oh, sorry. Q to quit. And that's it, guys. So that's it for this episode, all right? We'll be looking now at implementing our inventory. Maybe the next episode will be more about shooting, etc. I haven't figured that one out yet, but stay tuned. Thank you for watching. We've just hit over 800 subscribers, really, really close to that 1,000 mark. When I get to 1,000, I have another free course coming out. Obviously, I lost the side scroller series, and I'm to apologize. Some people are very upset about that. I understand. So I'm going to release a full on start to finish side scroller course that you can follow with all free assets. Okay. So thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your game dev journey.